What's up, guys? It's the Mighty Zing 500 here with another episode of Let's Play Fatal Frame Maiden of the Black Water. In the last episode, we played as, Haruka, Yuri Kozukata, and we were trying to find Haruka Momose. We tracked her down back into the mountain. She was actually underneath a doll shrine in a box full of black water. We actually managed to rescue her, but, you know, it was all for nothing because at the end of the episode we see that she actually is taken away by the ghost of Fuyuhi. So it was like, what was the point of that freaking, that entire... Never mind. So anyways, today we're going to be starting this 5th chapter here with Rin Hojo. From the writings he found at Ichiru Manor, Rin learns of a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. Rin sets out to the unfathomable forest to see if the rumors of a disappearing house are true. So let's go ahead and I'm going to buy a few herbal medicines here. Maybe one purifying embers just in case. Mirror stone, we're good. Type 61, we're good. Type 90, we're good. So let's go ahead. I like that I'll start off with 45 because we get through a lot of ammo in this game. The Veiled House, Rin Hojo. In the course of their investigation, Rin and Rui learned of Keiji Watari, a folklorist who settled on Mount Hikami. His writings are certain to be a treasure trove of information about the mountain and its peculiar folklore. Rin and Rui happen across a videotape that may just indicate the way to Watari's residence. Well, that's just lovely. Fuyuhi took her own life, and Rui attempted suicide. Ghost of a shrine maiden appeared on both occasions. Yuri spoke of a black box that she found Haruka trapped in. Does the key to all these events lie in the mountain's dark past? A folklorist Keiji Watari used to live there. His notes may shed some light on this mystery. The videotape Rui found is on the desk. It seems to be related to that folklorist. I should take a look at it. Sure, why not? There's a videotape and some notes on the desk. They seem related to Mount Hikami.
I don't remember seeing this house here before. Anyone in? I'm going in. Doesn't look like anyone's lived here for a while. Whoa. Part of the floor is missing. A phone. Whoa. Let's just move on, shall we? A box. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm on the 2nd floor now. You're here. Huh? Oh, I think I heard something. Wow, that's a lot of bugs. Huh. understand a word. Is there a third floor? I'm going to climb up the ladder. Looks like it's the attic.
It's a report written in Rui's handwriting, along with the commentary on the video. The diary found at the old inn mentioned a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. I found more information on him, including his name and books of the occult. This folklorist, Keiji Watari, went to the mountain due to his obsession with the mysteries of the sect living there. He then went missing, as mentioned in the diary, and rumors about what happened to him abound. They say that he didn't just die or go missing, but rather he stumbled onto something the mountain wanted kept hidden, and so his entire house was swallowed up by the mist. This is the origin of one of Mount Hikami's more recent stories of a haunted house. While the veracity of this is unclear, I looked into a videotape left behind by someone who stumbled across the house. The video is apparently famous in occult circles. I contacted the publisher and received the following response. Dear Rui Kagamiya, thank you for contacting us. The video you were looking for is no longer in print, but there are some copies in our warehouse. The video prompted a huge amount of feedback from customers. The tape was found near a river on Mount Hikami. It is unknown who filmed it. There were many sections too damaged by water to be usable, and so we took what was left and edited it together. The master copy of the video was confiscated by the police. They conducted a search of the mountains, but were unable to find who shot the film or even the house's location. Now that entering the unfathomable forest is prohibited, we advise you not to look in this on your own. Koji Kakimoto, Suigensha Film Division. I believe this building visible at the start of the video is the Shrine of Dolls. After that, we see that what seems to be a cave, but it's hard to make anything out. From the large number of books seen in the house, it is likely that it is really the former home of Keiji Watari. Or Watarai. What? What? There's something on the bed here. Or the couch. Something is here. What is it? Yeah, I'm coming.
Ren speaking.
Ren. Kazuya. I've been trying to get in touch with you. I was worried. Listen, about what I said to you before.
I'm getting married.
What? You are?
Yeah.
That's... wow.
Congratulations. And who's the lucky bride?
Anyone I know?
Ever since I saw her picture.
Will you die this?
Apparently that ghost can go through, phones. Failed house. From the Shrine of Dolls into a cave. This may be the same route Yuri took. I should start by going there. First of all, let's look at our items here. What do we have in our notes? We're not going to look at that. Since our notes were updated, but I don't know if we can look at any of this stuff again. Sorry for the spoilers. It's kind of hard to... Yeah, I don't know what it's trying to tell me which one, because we can't... I guess we could look at these. Folklorist who was studying Mount Hikami. His father was English, his mother Japanese. He moved to Japan to learn more about his folklore. He moved to Mount Hikami to study its history and religion. What became of him is still unknown. His findings were never really widely published, but they can be found if you know where to look. His house is now known as the Veiled House, which has itself become a part of the folklore surrounding the mountain. Huh. Kazuya Sakaki. Sakaki's an asshole. Well, in .hack GU anyways. Rin's friend since high school. He now works in the city. He was helping Rin collect post-mortem photographs when he suddenly lost contact. He's always had a tendency to go off on his own, often for days, so Hisoka isn't worried about him yet. He is a narcissist, which has caused issues both at work and in his private life. Hisoka has even suggested Rin might be better off without him. Kazuya never seemed the type to settle down, so when he said he was getting married, Rin was justifiably stunned. Let me look at this real quick just to make sure this isn't spoilers. Okay, it's not. A folklorist who was studying Mount Hikami. His father was English, his mother Japanese. Treated by rituals performed Mount Hikami. He moved there to study the area in more detail. Why is... Oh, there's the third page. No, we're not going to look at that. I'm going to have to blur that out because that's got spoilers in it. Not the most professional way of doing things, but what is in this room that I cannot find? Something... Oh, here we go. This looks like notes of Rui's. Maybe she dropped them. I wonder if it's okay to read this. Mr. Hojo often cries out in his sleep. He won't tell me much, but it seems like he has a reoccurring dream about a ceremony from his childhood. As a young boy, Mr. Hojo said he spent a summer with relatives at the base of Mount Kagiori. He mentioned playing in an old house in a shrine on the mountain and some kind of festival he went to. Mr. Hojo doesn't talk about his past much, so what he has told me I remember clearly. Is he dreaming of that ceremony? I went to a festival as a child, but all I remember is having a good time. It doesn't sound like the festival Mr. Hojo dreams about is any fun. He often cries, "Don't look at me," in his sleep. He always had a hard time with people staring at him. He especially dislikes it when women look at him for too long. He won't even look Miss Kurosawa or Miss Kozukata in the eye sometimes. He doesn't have that issue with me, though. Are women he's dreaming about really that frightening? Well, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll also find out more about that post-mortem photograph. Maybe. That is yet to be seen. Why did you bring Rui along with you? You saw what happened last time. She tried to kill herself because of a ghost.
He was helping you look for post-mortem photographs, wasn't he? He went missing. I'm just glad to know he's still alive.
I guess. You're too boyish to be cute. I guess some people might like that, but... I'll pass. So here's the Shrine of Dolls again. My favoriteest place of all time. You know what? Do we have any points? Oops. Do we have any points we can put into our camera? Upgrades. Nope. Enhancements. Nope, we really don't. Well, we have loader. Loading speed. Yeah, let's do that. Slows the enemy down while it's taking photos using the 4 continuous photo. Honestly, you could go through this entire game without powering up your camera once. It just means certain fights would probably last longer, but it's really not that bad. Alright, going back into the creepy dollhouse. But this time you notice there's no dolls in here. Like, those big-ass dolls. Alright, let's see. The door is being held by a powerful force. What about this way? Looks like we can go in here, no problem.
Don't talk to me. I'm not supposed to talk to the living. A man at last. You are a man, are you not?
I'm a girl.
Liar.
I am.
I see. In that case, let us play. This is an effigy of you. No. I'll make you into an effigy. Playtime. You're the groom. Now find your bride.
Have I mentioned how much I really hate ghost children? Well, is that Rui? Where did you go? By really hate, I mean extremely hate them. So annoying. So now we're gonna find for Rui because she just kind of disappeared. You know, again, why the hell did Japanese Sandshrew decide to bring her along? Like, it just makes no damn sense. Why? Why would you do it? You saw what happened last time. She tried to kill herself. Things did not go well. Yet you're still determined to bring her along? Like, really? Well, whatever. What's done is done. Let's go back down through, the watery basement here. Yeah, Mirror Stone. I'm really curious to see how this game is on the harder difficulty. If I was able, I probably would have chosen hard straight from the get-go. Because usually you get better, more points and stuff doing in hard mode, and it at least would have been a semi-challenge. I don't know, maybe I'll run into something that is just absolutely going to be ridiculously hard, but as I said in the last episode, nothing is too terribly hard in this game. One shot of Type 00. What am I going to do with one shot of Type 00s? So stupid. Another doll fell in the water. Get some more sacred water. Guess that's better than, you know, nothing. Or like one random piece of Type 00. Saw a soiled notebook lying in the hallway. Maybe it belonged to a priest who lived here. The children are playing. Sometimes I wake up at night feeling their presence. The following morning, dolls that I know I've put away have moved someplace else. The more this happens, the more clearly I hear the sounds of playing, and more often I have dreams where I'm there among the children, playing with them. I can't make out the children clearly, but I think my late daughter is one of them. Last night, it felt like I was being watched. I awoke to find a white-haired girl staring at me. She said, "Don't worry, your daughter is playing with the doll you fixed." And after that, she disappeared. Those eyes. It's like she could see everything. She even seemed to answer the very question that was on my mind. You know, actually, I don't think when I played through this chapter the first time, I don't think I actually found that. I must have missed that. I don't recall that book at all. Alright, this leads... Well, we know where this leads. Leads to the other side of the house. But where the hell is Rui at? How are we going to find an effigy? We don't have any clues or anything where she could possibly be. There's another creepy doll. That's not what we're here to look for. What about in here? What's in here? Another creepy doll. Oh, there's something. Yeah, I knew where she was at. And you know, to be honest with you, the first time I found her, It was by accident.
You really came for me.
You all right?
Yes.
Rui seems to be okay. I have to find the way to the Veiled House. Yuri said there's an entrance to a cave below the doll display in the front shrine. Now we gotta go all the way back the way we came. Because reasons. But yeah, like the first time, I did not mean to click on this door again. The first time I went through this place, to find her, I just wandered upon that door and just opened it, and I was like, oh, well, there you go then. Easy as that, right? Let's see, can we go back? I guess we're gonna have to go through the water. Who cares? Not a huge deal. There might actually be some more items down here. You never know. Slowly hobble our way through this water. And I'm surprised none of those stupid water maidens try to attack us through here. It's like really surprising. I wonder if on the harder difficulties, if they increase the ghost rate. It makes sense. Increase the ghost rate, make them hit harder. But I guess it's not really much of a concept. I mean, they're so easy to beat, to even get fatal frames on them. I guess it wouldn't make too much more of a challenge.
You found me.
You're the girl.
You didn't keep it with you. My token. Did you lose it? But our promise.
What about our promise? Okay, so we got some more notes updated. Let me see if I can find out what exactly got updated. I wonder if... I have no clue what got updated. No clue at all. Okay, we're just gonna keep moving on. To the womb cavern. Man, it's just such a pain that I can't have two separate files. Makes doing this LP a bit more difficult. Showing you guys everything there is to read, that is. Look for a way to the abandoned house.
Thanks. You know, I've been waiting
What are you talking about?
for someone to choose me. I've been waiting so long for you.
What are you talking about?
It's not important. I understand now.
It's like, okay, Rui,
Well, I don't understand it at all.
after this,
The girl.
stop bringing her
She's been waiting too.
to these creepy places.
For the person with her token.
Stop bringing Rui with you to these haunted places. She's so just susceptible to getting caught. Alright. Can we go through this gate here? The door's locked. The camera obscura is reacting to it. Looks like the room we're in. But none of these boxes are open. Finally decorated, but the lid is shut tight and you can't open it. Pretty much all say the same thing. Except this one here. Partially open box submerged in the water. It looks like it's filled with dark water. The best type of water. Dark water. Oh. And look who comes out to play. Drowned Shrine Maiden. Stop glitching up that box. You're inferior. How are you reacting to that box being there? I don't understand. Get out of my face. Is it ephemeral? Is that how you say it? Like, or ethereal. Maybe that's... I'm thinking ethereal or something. You don't have a physical form. How is it that you're actually touching that box like that? Like, damn it. Makes no sense. Good for you. What are you gonna warp from the water up to the sky like that? You make no sense as a ghost. You're fired. Ball sack? Damn it. No, I got stupid freaking wetness all over me. Thanks. It's another reason I don't quite like to lock on all the time. Dude, seriously, get off me. Ugh. I don't quite like locking on all the time because the camera just doesn't focus properly. And it drives me nuts. Especially this chick, she's like spazzing out on me over here. Oh, really? Oh, come on, man. Talking all that good stuff about how the enemies are really easy, and then I fudge up on this enemy really easily. Yeah, die. Ghost dropped something when it disappeared. It looks like an old metal plate key. Well, hey. We have a key. And let's go ahead and get rid of that freaking wetness here with the purifying embers we bought, because that is very frustrating to deal with. Plenty of sacred waters, so I'm not too worried about that. Heavy lattice doors locked. Iris flowers engraved on the lock. He inserted the iris plate key into the lock. And just like that, we magically warp through the door, because we have that kind of power.
Ren.
It's the Veiled House.
The Veiled House.
Is someone there?
Let's go in.
You know, any, like, responsible adult would be like, no, we're not going in there, Rui. I'm sorry. I don't care how much, like, the ghosties and stuff. No, we're not dealing with it. You keep getting kidnapped or try to kill yourself because of ghosts. Man, I really wish I knew what just updated. I have no clue. I had no clue. It doesn't tell me. Well, I guess we could read this one. Japanese-style house with a shingle roof, the home of the folklorist Keiji Watari. It had been built on the outskirts of the unfathomable forest, a place not easy to get to. Keiji likely wanted to avoid all disturbances as he devoted himself to studying the local religious beliefs and practices. When attempts to develop the mountain failed, it was shut down. Police officers stationed at the foot of the mountain came to investigate the house and found it abandoned. No one could tell what became of the folklorist. Afterwards, the house itself disappeared and the whole incident was forgotten. Now tales of the house have resurfaced. People say it appears on foggy days, and that Keiji's work will still be found in there. Others say he is still there, continuing his research. If anyone dares enter it, then Keiji, keen to study the darker local rituals, will kill them as his sacrificial offering. Oh, really? Oh, really? We'll see about that. got down here? What? Oh, there's the sacred water that we used. Sounded like we picked up 2 items. So if you remember the video here, right here is where that dude was standing. Hello? Oh, ghosty. Like, I like how in the video when we were watching that, whoever recorded it did not notice there was a ghost chilling in the corner. Get out of my face. Too easy. Look how slow you are. Get out of here with that nonsense. Well, can't really fatal glance him. Door's being held shut by a powerful force. Phone's ringing somewhere. Huh. Alright, I was just looking around here because I keep seeing something shiny, but where is this shiny item at? In this drawer here? You got herbal medicine ×2. Keiji Watari. Watarai. Who is calling me at this late hour? Who dares? Where is that phone at anyways? There it is. What, eh? Return the slab or suffer my curse.
Too late. I'm already.
Kazuya?
Hey, look at a shiny back there.
Really? Is that him? This is just like that picture you were looking at.
Kazuya.
It's exactly the same picture as the picture from that photo album. Did Kazuya come here because of it too? Ghost marriage. You guys remember, I told you we'd learn a little bit more about ghost marriage. Old notebook here. There is a peculiar custom in this country. It varies from region to region, but the root is the same. It's mysterious, yet somehow beautiful. In order to understand it, I traveled across the country before settling in the mountain. The beauty of the morning dew, the palpable heartbreak of the sun setting behind the mountains, and the grave and solemn night that envelops it. On the mountain, water itself is revered. But why? To try and understand this, I have made the mountain my home. Because I are smart. I like ghosts, and I like getting murdered by ghosts, because that's the folklorist way. Every folklorist in the freaking Fatal Frame series just ends up murdered somehow. Just like with the Kusabi being murdered, or like the Kusabi being that folklorist who ended up being a sacrifice. You know, it's just... What is it now? What could possibly... Okay, there's something here. I was gonna say, damn, there's so many items to pick up. Sacred water ×1. You picked up my item! How dare you! Well, it was just laying there. And get wrecked. Alright, she's done. I'm saying, it was just sitting there. No one else? What? What are you doing in there? This is my house. Get out of here. You know, I think it's funny how the 4-time shot, it says that the... I don't know if was meant for this, but like, I could have sworn in the tutorial it said using the 4-time shot consumes a lot of ammo. But in fact, it only consumes 1. That's really weird. I may be wrong. I could be possibly wrong about that, but I could have sworn it said that using that uses a ton of ammo, and it really doesn't. Maybe if you miss, it misses a lot. It uses up ammo, but if you fatal frame him, it takes 1. Keiji Watarai. Whatever. More film. Type 24. What do we got here? Old notebook. Postmortem photography made its way over from the West along with the spread of the camera. When photography was still rare, images of the deceased helped the surviving family members deal with their grief. The postmortem photographs that exist in Japan use the same methodology as their Western counterparts, but the significance seemed to differ. Those taken here in the Mount Hikami region especially seem to embody a certain melancholic beauty. I believe these photos were the work of a scientist named Kunihiko Asao. Having researched photos from other areas as well, it seems he was the one behind many of them. His surviving records indicated a determination to use photography to capture the soul. Seeing these strange and captivating photographs, I've come to believe he had some degree of success in doing so. An old friend of mine used to call cameras lonely boxes. I'm not sure if he meant that the subject appears trapped alone in this dark box when viewed through the viewfinder, or that looking through the viewfinder meant peering out through the dark all alone. At any rate, I find those words have a certain resonance. You know, Kunihiko Asao really got around during his lifetime. I mean, he was all over Japan. You know, just some more items around here somewhere. The row of bookshelves is packed with old texts in tiny boxes. The spines are faded, but they seem to be about places on the mountain, such as the Unfathomable Forest and the Shrine of Dolls.
I can't just keep waiting until it's too late. Even if I risk ruin.
Old notebook. The waters of this mountain are beautiful. A large volume of water flows from the lake at the summit, becoming rivers and waterfalls and enveloping the mountain in the mists. Water covers everything. It is the source of this mountain's beauty, as well as its sense of mystery. According to local tradition, Mount Hikami is where one could die a proper death. It has long been considered a spiritual spot and the subject of much worship, making it a righteous destination for those seeking death. The Mount Hikami sect taught that, upon dying, people return to water. Here on the mountain, water is considered the source of the soul. A person's soul is then said to return to water upon death, rather than moving on to the afterlife. Those ready for death would gather at the mountain and return their lives to the water. Water connects everything. To look at the scenery, I can understand how it became a spiritual place, a place fit for passing from this world. I'm glad I came here. The people on this mountain have a yearning for death. That is to say, they have a yearning for water and a yearning for nature. Life and death are both connected to water. Tape cassette. We should listen to it. Let's see, collection. Let's see here. Keiji's cassette. Which one did we pick up? We'll listen to all three of them.
The shrine maidens were sacrificed as pillars. But to what purpose? Pillars from the shrines of other mountains, too, were routinely brought in as part of this custom. But through sacrifice, what did they aim to appease? The people of this region used to practice human sacrifice. Those who had died but were revived were considered strong pillars. Being touched by death must make for a stronger pillar.
I know we haven't picked up all three of these, but we're going to listen to them because we have all of them. We'll get him here soon anyways.
As a conduit between the living and the dead. Those who come to the mountain are transfixed by death. To die is to return to the water. The water is connected to everything. The shrine maidens glance into the souls of the dying, taking on their final memories. Then, the shrine maidens become the pillars, and those memories are submerged in the water. If water really is connected to everything, then this mountain, overflowing with water, must also be overflowing with death.
There is logic in what he says.
There is a ceremony to bind doomed men with the Shrine Maidens, to keep them secure once they have become pillars. Ghost marriage. A man's fate is sealed once he recognizes a Shrine Maiden's beauty. Whispers of love come from the photographs. They are a curse. The words are a curse. And yet, my heart is drawn to one word they utter. Suicide.
Well, right. What's back here? More death and things. Keiji Watarai. Oh, there's another note we can take. It is said that human sacrifice was once practiced through this region. Rather than returning people to the water upon death, the ritual involved placing so-called pillars in special reliquaries and sending them into the water while still alive. It was the role of Shrine Maidens to become such pillars. They would take on the memories of the dying and thereafter return to water themselves. In doing so, it was believed that subjects would continue living on as pillars. In Japan, there was once a sect of Buddhist monks who would inter themselves in boxes buried underground for the sake of enlightenment. These monks were said to show they were still alive by ringing bells and chanting. This practice may be related. But what did the maidens who become pillars fear or hope to appease? There are various teachings in Japan about where the afterlife, also known as the netherworld or the hereafter, is located. Some teachings say it is above the mountains or across the sea, where others claim it lies underground, within the very earth itself. Here on the mountain, it is said to lie within the water, implying a close link between water and death. The pillars within the reliquaries would be in a place close to death, but would go on living. Perhaps it was the special reliquaries, I can't pronounce that word, reliquaries, that allowed them to evade death and continue living, frozen in time. It is thought that perpetuating these pillars allowed those close to death to live longer lives. In a sense, it was believed that proximity to death helped develop the resistance to it, because that makes a lot of freaking sense. Yeah, Keiji cassette, we already listened to those. What? What is it? A book. I saw the silhouette of a shrine maiden from within the mist that envelops the mountain. With great care, she made her way slowly up the mountain. Something about her seemed somehow unnatural. I've been told there are no more shrine maidens on the mountain now. Long ago, many maidens were murdered here. Perhaps they returned to the water. Would that then imply they are trapped within the mist? Maybe. This lock is broken. I can't open the door. Damn it. What use are you? Stupid door? You made me look bad. More dolls. I don't like that doll's head just fell off there. It's kind of ominous, right? But hey, look, more ammo. If you would just be so kind as to pick it up. There we go. Type 24. You know, look at that, 93. What are we gonna do with that much freaking ammo? The ladder leads up to the attic, just like in the last part of the video. Well, we remember what happened in that video. He slowly climbed up here and, well, she got killed. This just reminds me so much of The Ring. What the? The ghost left a notebook behind when it disappeared. This looks like a notebook of the folklore. Could the ghost just now have been Mount Hikami seems to have both revered and feared as a mountain of death, where only those prepared to die may enter, and those who visited were never allowed to leave. Visitors to the mountain had to pass through the shrine grove at the foot of the mountain, where shrine maidens kept strict watch in allowing only the qualified, that is, the dying, to enter. Today, the shrine at this grove has been rebuilt as an inn, whose innkeeper kindly let me borrow records of this time period. The records from the shrine's final year list one individual who was able to leave the mountain alive, Kunihiko Asao. After taking his post-mortem photographs, it seems he was invited to the mountain to photograph the maidens. I have heard his research into the hereafter allowed him to develop a special camera. If I could see these photos of the shrine maidens taken with this special camera, I'm certain I could come closer to unraveling the mysteries of Mount Hikami. When invited to the mountain, it is said he was allowed into a house visited only by a select few individuals. If I were invited into the mountain, would I be able to reach this place too? I truly wish I could. Kunihiko Asao. Was Dr. Asao somehow involved in this? Mist is pouring into the room. It's not a good sign. I should get out of here. Yeah, mist is never a good sign. So let's get out of here. Now that door's busted, so we can't go through there. Just back down this way. Oh, why did I think that was a door? So much mist. Wait a minute, that's not mist. I suddenly got a craving for Doritos and Pepsi. Wait, I hate Pepsi. I like Coke. I got the munchies, man. These ghosts really know how to live it up. Woo, yeah, right. Something like that, right? Where did you come from? That's the ghost that we keep seeing. If you can't guess, you haven't guessed already, that's actually the ghost of Dr. Kunihiko Asao. Not Kunihiko Asao, that's the folklorist, I mean. A little preemptive on that, but we did decent damage. Get wrecked, nerd. For-hit combo! The fact that that takes no energy whatsoever to use is kind of redonkulous. And that it doesn't use up the 4 ammo that it says it's supposed to use. Alright, so we can glance him here. Or we would if I didn't already have the glance record on me, so we're going to look at that cutscene real quick. There it is. Watery Bride and Brackeru.
I made it. At last. She's waiting for me inside this house. I must hurry.
You came for me. Will you end yourself with me? After all this time.
Well, wasn't that just lovely? Alright, so we're done with him. Yeah, we just watched that. Oh, okay, so we can actually, I didn't think we could actually glance him if you had him. Oh, cool. On the way to the mountain, out to the summit, I found a photo on a small path lined with spider lilies. The path seemed to head into the forest, but it has become overgrown and is impassable. Could it lead to the mansion that only the invited can find? It is different from other post-mortem photographs. I can only describe it as being beautiful. It had a beauty and a sadness unlike the others I've seen. Was she alive? As soon as I thought how beautiful she was, I was bound. I heard whispers of love from the photograph. There were the words of a curse, love after death. I must go to that place. My heart has been captivated. Was that one of Keiji Watari's memories? I have to get out of here. Yeah, we probably should get the hell out of here, because this mist is no bueno. What? Hey, you're not the Kool-Aid man. I don't appreciate it. Breaking down my freaking door like that. Just for that, you get type 0 frame. That's right. You're gonna get type 0 4-shot. Wow. Wow, absolutely pathetic. Maybe it's because I used the 4-shot, but wow, that was absolute garbage. That was type 0. It did almost nothing. What kind of hornswoggle was that? I'm gonna say that it was because I used the 4-time shot that it did that. That was my dumbass. I thought he was gonna attack me. I mean, he did, but I guessed wrong. Leave Rui alone, asshole. Leave Brittany alone! Leave her alone! You think just because you got that stupid torque that I'm gonna fall for your crap? I don't think so. Barely missed him there. Back here. Stop hiding behind walls and stuff. Dang, he's still got a lot of health. Even with type 90, this guy just has a ridiculous amount. You know, also, he doesn't have much power. Like, I really don't have much attack power put into... Oh, yeah, he's invisible. Like, it seems the case with every Fatal Frame game that after 3, if you play as a male character, you are going to be weak as crap. Especially in Fatal Frame 3, where you literally have to hide from ghosts. God, Fatal Frame 3 pissed me off with that crap. At least in Fatal Frame 4, you had the flashlight obscura. And that thing was pretty rape face. Now? I forgot he does that. What the? I forgot he kind of like jump, like he dies and then. Tall woman. Okay, so if you guys remember, I was talking about a ghost that doesn't really have much. From as far as I've played, that ghost there doesn't have much to do with the story that I've seen. It's you can actually read that tall woman's description. It just says that she's a popular folklore, like a popular ghost to talk about. Like it's an infamous ghost, I should say. And look, we got another box. But the tall ghost, that thing creeps me the hell out of it. That tall woman, and she's the one I was telling you that will damn near one-shot you if she hits you. I mean, it's ridiculous how much damage she does. You gotta be really careful when fighting her. You know, a lot of times I like getting really close to the ghost. I'll be locked onto them, and I'll get really close because it'll entice them to attack you. A lot of times they just float around like assholes. It's like, come on, get on with it already. It's like floating around. Alright, should be able to leave now, right? I mean, yeah, I get it, you're a ghost, you're supposed to float around, but damn! They're just like stupefied. Like, what the hell? Forestation.
Was that the folklorist?
More than likely.
I guess so.
What is going on in this mountain?
I'm not sure.
Is Mr. Sakaki here on the mountain too? Just
Enough.
Might as well use the cable car. Why? Why would you use the cable car? Can I, you know, it's... How do we even know that thing works? Why would you even suggest using an old, out-of-service cable car? Unless they use the cable car to get up here. Then I guess that makes sense, but... Damn, you really want to risk it? It's another... Yeah, it's another purifying... Like, oh god. The amount of items they give you is just disgusting. Why do I need so many sacred waters? It's just dumb. Plus the fact that you can carry multiple mirror stones just makes it even more ridiculous how easy this game is. Rin and Ruri set out to find the folklorist's house, relying on clues from a video recording. As they passed through the Shrine of Dolls, the white-haired girl from Rin's dreams appeared. She asked why he didn't bring her token, then vanished. Rin and Ruri arrived at the Veiled House, where they discovered several Keiji Watari's writings on the customs and beliefs surrounding Mount Hikami. They escaped the house, only to see it vanish in a thick veil of mist. So I didn't do as well as I did my first time. My first time through I actually got an S rank, which I don't know how, but I did. So there we go. Not bad. Anyways, I'm going to end the episode here, guys. Next time, we're going to be doing the 7th drop, which is, this is going to be the last part where I've actually, no, 6th drop. I lie. We're going to be doing the 6th drop. The 7th drop is actually quite short. Now, the 6th drop here, I'm going to let you know right here. That's going to be a long ass chapter. My first time through it took me, you can see there, about an hour to get through it. So with all the extra reading I'm probably going to be doing, it may not take as long since I know what to do. There's just a lot of puzzles and walking around you got to do in that chapter. So look forward to that, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.